What is up, guys? If you're wondering what you're looking at, this is the DEP program booklet. DEP program stands for Delayed Entry Program. And basically you get this booklet once you get sworn in to the Delayed Entry Program, which is basically meaning that you're in the military, but you're not fully enlisted yet. You're waiting for your contract to come through. So I'm going to tell you guys how I got this, and tell you guys how my MEPS experience was, which is that's how you get it. You go through MEPS, and when you get to the end of MEPS and you get sworn in by the MEPS commander, you get that book, and you're like officially part of like the military, I guess you could say. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into the story. Alright guys, so the story starts like this. You're probably going to wake up around 4 o'clock in the morning, and big tip, number one tip, always eat breakfast. With me, I didn't eat breakfast, and I learned out the hard way, which you're going to find out later on in the story. Eating breakfast will directly affect the way you physically, perform all like the drills and all that, and you physically perform all the different things that they're going to put you through. They're going to take your blood, they're going to take blood pressure, all that. So, and later on in the story, I'll tell you guys how not eating breakfast directly affected me. But anyway, I woke up before, couldn't eat breakfast, so I just started studying for my ASVAB, and I made sure I had all my documents, which were birth certificate, social security, and my license, and also all the other papers that my recruiter gave me. So after that, I wound up meeting my recruiter in front of the base, which was Fort Hamilton in Brooklyn, New York, and after that, meeting up with him, he drove me into the base, and we parked in the parking lot in front of the MEPS facility. And we waited a few minutes, and he was talking to me, asking me if I had any more questions or anything like that. At the time, no, because it's hard when you're nervous to think of questions off your head, so I had none. But then anyway, we got online, and by the way, it was raining outside. They make you stand outside, no matter whether it's sunshine, rain, or snow. They make you stand outside until the doors open, and we got there around maybe 6 o'clock, and the doors didn't open until like 6:20. So I was standing outside for a good 20 minutes in the rain. So finally the doors open. This guy comes running out, starts screaming, MEPS facilities open, MEPS facilities open. And he's just yelling at us, get in 3 lines, get in 3 columns, go, 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 go. So immediately, right, the first person we meet is one of the mean people. And your recruiter's probably going to tell you, you're going to meet a lot of nice people there, and you're also going to meet a lot of mean people there. You're also going to make a lot of new friends, because everybody that's at that MEPS facility is there because they want to join the military, just like you. So, unlike your family who may not see the military or view the military the same way as you, these people probably will. So, you're probably going to have a great time making new friends and all that, even though you might not really have enough time to talk to them. But, yeah, I got to meet a lot of new people, and I got to hear their views on why they joined the military, and why, maybe why they want the military education and things like that, and how it's benefiting them. So yeah, all in all, it was a good way to meet new friends, and it was a great experience. But anyway, after this guy came out yelling at us, getting us in lines, we went line by line into the MEPS facility. We went through the metal detector. He gave us that whole speech about, oh, if you have a weapon, give it to me now, blah 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 blah. After we went through the metal detector, we made a line, like a zigzag line, at the front desk, and the front desk people were even worse than the first guy that we met that ran outside and yelled at us. They were just screaming, last four your social, last four your social, step up here, no you idiot, get back there. Like, they were just yelling at us because, and he's like, wipe that stupid face off, like, stop smiling, what are you doing, why are you happy? And they were just like flipping out at every single, like, it was like every single person made a mistake, and even if like you weren't doing anything wrong, they were still yelling at you. So I don't know. I guess that's their job. Either that, or they hate their life. Who knows? But the front desk is where you're going to get a folder, and inside the folder is going to have all your medical papers and all that. That you're going to go from exam to exam, doctor to doctor, and they're going to fill out the papers whether or not you pass that exam and all that. So after you get that folder with all your papers in it, if it's your first time there, you're going to go into another room, you're going to get your fingerprints taken and your picture taken, and after that you go up into like this big giant classroom, and you just start filling out the beginning of all the medical forms. And let me just tell you, there was a sign at the front door, "Leave your common sense here." And that's basically what happened. When I was in that big classroom, I saw people trying to write on the paper with the eraser of a pencil. I'm not even kidding. Like, people were losing their mind. And then if you're one of those few people that actually knows what's going on and actually pays attention, help everybody else out. Because I had people walking in the door of the classroom, and they were just standing there because they didn't know what to do. The people at the MEPS facility, they make it hard for you to pass. Like, it's their job to fail you, and your recruiter will tell you that. It is their job to fail you. If you mess up on one thing, they're going to fail you. Later on in the story, I'll tell you how many people fail just for stupid things. Yeah, it's their job to fail you, so it's your job to help each other out. If you know what you're supposed to be doing, tell the guy next to you, be like, "Yo, we have to move up this way, you have to go get that paper, fill it out," and help each other out, because, if you were in that position, you would want somebody to help you. You don't want to just stand there and look like an idiot. So, anyway, we were in this room for a good 20 minutes, and then they started giving us, the blood pressure and the ear exam. So this is how the first person failed. Like I told you, we were only in there for what? Maybe 20, 30 minutes. This guy, they put him on the blood pressure machine, the first one there. It was me and him the first two, and he failed the blood pressure because he was nervous. Like, that's one thing. Everybody's going to be nervous. You just have to, take deep breaths and calm yourself down, because if you fail one test, you're done. They kick you out for the day, and you have to come back another day. So this kid, the doctor felt bad. It was the first exam, and he didn't want to kick him out, so the doctor let him walk around. He said, "Go walk around the building, come back, and we'll take it again." And he came back, failed the test again. The doctor let him walk around again, came back, and failed the test again. So this kid failed the blood pressure test 3 times in a row just because he was nervous, and that was it. That was the end of his day. He failed. Now the next kid that I was talking to, we were going to do the ear exam, and they examine your ears, and this kid had excessive ear wax. He didn't clean his ears the night before, and they kicked him out for that because they said, "Listen, the earwax is going to affect the way that you're going to, handle this test, because it's basically like testing like whether you can hear beeps in your ears and all that, because they're going to put a headset on you." And he said, "No, this is you have excessive earwax." So they kicked him out. So right there and there, that's 2 kids already gone. Like, people were dropping like flies. I'm not even kidding. But after that, we went back into the classroom, and all 60 of us, or maybe more, we're all sitting in there. There was enough tables and chairs for maybe 70 kids, and we almost filled up the whole room. So they started playing a presentation, like telling us how the day's going to go and all that, what we're going to do, when we're going to eat, when we're going to leave, when we're going to get sworn in, if we fail, what we do, when we have to come back and all that. And some of the commanders of the facility were talking to us. If at any time you feel sick or whatever, let us know, blah, 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 blah. Immediately after that, we all took a breathalyzer test to see if we were drunk. I was one of the first ones. Maybe I was the 10th person out of the 70. So nobody in front of me was drunk, and at least the 5 people behind me weren't. So I don't know if anybody failed for that. But if you're gonna go there and maybe you're gonna sleep at the hotel the night before, don't get drunk. Like, what's wrong with you? You're going to a military base and a military facility. Why would you get drunk? Like, that's the stupidest thing to fail for. So after that, me and a few other kids went down to the basement and we started taking the ASVAB, which took about 3 hours. After that, we went back upstairs and we took our eye exam. Then we went to go take blood. And this is where that not eating breakfast directly affected me. If you take blood on an empty stomach, you're basically taking blood out of your system that your body needs. And if you have an empty stomach, it's going to affect you. It's going to make you really dizzy, and you're gonna faint. And that's what happened to me. The lady was taking my blood. I don't like needles, but I don't scream and stuff. Like, I was just looking at the tube fill up with my blood. And after she took the needle out, she put the Band-Aid on, told me to get up and go get my file. So I got up, I walked over to my file, and everything got really blurry. Everything got really dizzy. I looked at her, and I was like, I feel dizzy. And next thing I know, I wake up in the hallway sitting down in a chair. So, I don't know how long I was out for, but I thought they were going to fail me for that. Luckily, they didn't, so I was really lucky for that. But that's the biggest tip for you guys. No matter how hard it is, do not leave your house on an empty stomach. Do not go there on an empty stomach. Try to get a yogurt down or something. After that, we took the urinal test. Basically, you pee in a cup, and they test it for drugs and all that. They test it there, and then they also send it out to a lab to test it there as well. and this is where 2 more kids failed. Oh, it was either 2 or 3 kids, because you have to stand in the bathroom in front of like all the instructors and all the other kids, and you have to pee in front of them in a cup, because they have to make sure that it's your urine going in the cup, because you know some people in the past used to like pour apple juice or something in the cup, so just to like cheat. So they have to make sure it's actually your pee. So these 3 kids, or I don't even know how many it was, they couldn't pee in front of other people, and they failed the rest of the day for that, because they couldn't pee in a cup. They failed, and they got told that they had to come back another day. And one of these kids, I went through the whole day with him. I went through the ASVAB and everything with him, and you know we became good friends. And he was joining the Air Force just like me. And you know he got kicked out of the bathroom while I was still peeing. And after I came out, I saw him. He was crying. He was really upset, and I felt bad for him, because he lived all the way upstate New York, and it took him like 3 hours just to get there. And you know, for him to come back, like go home and then come back again another day, like that's insane. But after that, we went down, we ate lunch, then we came back up and we did the physical, which is something they should do. They should let you eat lunch before you take your blood, which I don't know why they didn't let me do. That's stupid. At the end, you take a survey, and in the survey, I told them, I was like, you should allow the kids to put food in their system before taking blood. That's one of the tips I left them, or one of the comments I left. But yeah, after you ate lunch and after the urinal test, you did the most dreaded part, or at least for me it was, the physical exam. Basically, you got to do a duck walk. Well, first off, you got to strip down to your underwear in front of all these other people, in front of all the doctors. You got to do a duck walk. You got to move your arms and move your hands, like you got to touch your fingers like this. You got to move your wrists like this and jump up and down and things like that. And then the most dreaded part that I hated, you have to go in a room alone with a doctor. He tells you to drop your pants. He feels around on your junk. Then he tells you to put your chest on the table, and then he goes right for your butt. I felt him grab my butt, and I was like, oh my god, like it was so weird. I was the first one in there out of my group, and I mean, it was only 3, maybe 5 seconds that the doctor was looking, and he was looking for hemorrhoids to make sure that you're all okay, because you know the military doesn't want to take on people that aren't okay. That you know they don't want any problems or any sick people in the military, but you know, it maybe took like 6 seconds in there with the doctor, came out, and my face, like all the other kids sitting in the chairs, they were like, what happened? I was like, I feel so violated. And that, I mean, it is, like, I never had a doctor, like, look in my butthole and stuff like that. It was so weird. But after that, we were finally done with all the physicals. If you pass everything, congratulations. I passed everything. I was really proud of myself. After that, you go down to your liaison office and you get your job counseling. You get a list of jobs that you're qualified for, which I have my list right here. My list is about 4 pages. I don't know how many pages you can actually get, but I qualified for a whole bunch of jobs. I think at least 100. Most of them mechanical. And how they qualify you for jobs is basically your ASVAB, whether or not you have a license, and how you scored on your ear and your eye exams, and everything else. Like, everything that you got tested on that day all has an effect on what jobs you qualify for. After that, you pick your jobs, and then you go and get sworn in to the DEP program, the Delayed Entry program, and you get this booklet, and then you're ready to join the military. So, yeah, that's my MEPS experience. Basically, it was quite an experience. I enjoyed it. Yes, I would do it again. Yes, I did meet a lot of nice people there, and yes, I did meet a lot of mean people there. I also made a lot of new friends. I got to see different viewpoints on the military, why people are joining, whether it be for education, whether it be because of their family, heritage, like all this. Whether it be to become a U.S. citizen. You know, there was a lot of people there that didn't even have, weren't even U.S. citizens. They went there with their green cards and stuff, and you know, it's amazing to see. There wasn't more, but my recruiter tells me that there's a lot more non-U.S. citizens that join the military than there are U.S. citizens. So that just shows you something. Like, a lot more people from other countries are willing to come and fight for our freedom, even though they're not even a citizen. So joining the military can help them out. You know, it was just a great experience altogether. But thank you guys for watching. If you guys went to MEPS, or have been to MEPS, or have, talked to somebody who's been there, leave a comment below. Let me know how your experience was or how their experience was. And if you're planning on going to MEPS, or you have a schedule for MEPS in the future, comment below, or leave me a question. Maybe I can help you out. Maybe I can answer it for you. If you can't get in contact with me through YouTube, you can go to my Facebook page or my Twitter account, and you can tweet me there or leave me a comment on my Facebook page, and I will get back to you. So until next time, thank you guys for watching. This is Stealth Master, signing off. Peace.